Hi, and welcome to How to Ask the Right Questions. Today, I'm lucky to be with Tricia Zucchini, who is the Director of National Partners for NICE CXone. Hey, Tricia, how are you?
I'm outstanding, Paul. How are you?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. All right, Tricia, most often, what challenge does a customer bring to you?
No, absolutely. So the number one challenge that we're seeing right now, customers wanting to go to this multi-channel, this omni-channel transformation, but they really have, no idea on how to do that. So a lot of times our current provider is really not checking the boxes when they talk about that current state and that future state, and they're really afraid of what that's going to be like for their agents, how the back end team's going to be able to support that. And it becomes very overwhelming. So really, it's very important that that they really know what that journey is going to be like. So I guess that the fear of the unknown.
So, what does your perfect customer look like?
Yeah, it's a great question. So they're really ideally, if you had a perfect customer, it really is somebody that has a vision of where they and how they need to be current in order for their business to sustain and to keep up with their competition. So a customer that really knows they got to go from this on-prem to this cloud solution. And maybe then a customer currently has a cloud solution, but they really know it's not checking the boxes, right? That's where we fit in to really help them and consult them to get to the next step.
Now, what is the one thing that truly makes NICE CXone different? How do you distinguish yourself?
Yes. So what really separates us from our competition today is, we are one single platform. Anything starting with your omni-channel journey, your IVR, SMS, web, chat, right? And then going into that agent customer experience with WFO, WFM, QAQM, and AI, especially as that's exploding. So our competition, although they can say they have all these, it's fragmented. They actually use, second and third parties to make that technology work, and it actually can cause a lot of, post-sale and implementation issues. With NICE, it's one platform. We have over 1,900 R&D team dedicated to really making sure that we're listening to the voice of the customer, we're understanding what they need. And again, it's all ours. So everything from start to finish, current state, future state, it's our technology, it's our platform. I always like to say, you never go to fix a Porsche at a Ford dealership, right? So with us, they have us. We know how to fix it. We know how to support them. Yeah, and that really what separates us.
No, I love that. You're right. As far as you go to the right place to get the right thing done. Now,
Exactly.
when a customer or even a partner chooses you, what's the end result? What's the best benefit of of your service?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's so important, right? Especially with CCAS exploding the way that it is, that you really identify, what your customers' needs are and and what the future is for them, right? So the end result with us is no matter what situation they're in today, on-prem, they're kind of baby, crawling before they walk to cloud. And there's this digital transformation that's happening too, where this self-service and these apps now are where customers call to resolution. We have that, right? So when you're looking for a provider, look for someone that's just not in the now, but in the future. So the end result for us is going to be that we can help you have a cohesive, secure platform, but we also know what the future is bringing. And so you're never going to have to rip and replace with us. You'll just add on to your current investment. And that's a true benefit about being with a leader like us.
Yeah, absolutely. You're right. Where you're not starting over. You're evolving, which that makes
Yep.
perfect sense. Okay, now here's the grand finale. If you were qualifying a customer right now, what's the best question to ask?
Oh gosh, there's so many, but I would really ask them, where are you in your digital transformation? Where are you in your CCAS transformation? That's where you start. And there's numerous questions that I'd be more than happy to send out to the team, right, on how to really identify these. But once you find out where they're at, whether they're on-prem, whether they're with a current, provider today, ask them, what their current state is, what their future state is. Another thing you want to find out is, who's making those decisions. There's so many other titles now that come along with CCAS that you may not be positioned with that right person. So really ask them, are you the decision maker when you're talking about your CCaaS transformation? Or do you have a board? Do you have a committee? Do you have a team? Do you have a chief a customer experience officer, a chief cloud officer? Those are the titles that we're seeing now in those spaces that are really doing the research and looking on Gartner and trying to figure out what's going on. So ask those questions, and then don't be afraid to ask for that meeting, and then bring us in, right? That's where we shine. You don't have to be the expert. Bring us in to help us, deeper dive with your customer, show that value, so that we can work together to help your customer.
And I love what you said. You're right. Bring us in. You don't have to be the expert. If you can qualify it, bring us in. We'll help you sell it.
Absolutely. Yep. And I'll send more of those questions, like I said, to the team. But definitely don't be afraid to ask those questions, and we'll be more than happy to help you bring home.
Well, thank you so much for your time today. This is a lot of great information.
Oh, we love the partnership. You guys are amazing, and we look forward to growing together.